Boom, you are live with the crew. Hey, good morning, everybody. We are back in the orchard, another orchard. If I'm not mistaken, these are, gosh, well, it's a nut tree for sure, but anyway, it's probably almonds. Show you what I know about it. Hey, today I need to address a couple things. Number one, I have a long list of questions that people have been asking, and I promise I will get to those in videos coming up. And I do write them down and I do record them, but if you keep posting them, I will get to them sooner or later in a video. Sorry about the sound isn't great today. I just decided to pull over and do an impromptu video about a couple of things that the more I hear about what's happening in the banking system and global events, the more convinced I am than ever before that we're at the brink of system change. Now, I know you and I really want that to occur tomorrow. That's not realistic, guys. Because crypto, even in its finest banking systems in which we use now, which many countries are using, such things as Lightning and XRP and other ones that I talk about all the time on this channel, there's too much volume, there's too much going on, there's too many moving parts in our banking system for us to simply just grab a hold of this, oh, well, let's just go to crypto. I'm hoping in my lifetime that'll happen for us. I don't see it happening tomorrow is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, addressing the title of this video, the smoke and mirrors that goes on and the amount of like crazy banking influence that we all have to deal with is unbelievable. If you look at derivatives, if you look at the bond manipulation, the amount of money that is simply moved around just to hold a facade up, to keep the system afloat, okay? The repo window, all the amount of true payments that you make. In other words, you pay your rent or you pay your mortgage. That is packaged up and it is sold and it's put into 15 different debt instruments. So it's rehypothecated 15, I'm probably more than that, multiples time after time after time. And we all know what happened in 08. And I think we're at an 08 moment again soon. It's coming there. I'm hearing from a few banker friends of mine that are all telling me the same thing. This is worse than I ever remember it. This is worse than 08. I don't get it. I don't know why it's still afloat. It is, but I don't want to panic anybody because panic doesn't do any of us any good. But we're at a situation where the rest of the world is calling the bluff of the Western banking system. This is an issue because they've never had to deal with this before. And it's being exposed, and when people jump out, and there's so many people jumping out of this market right now, it's amazing. But the beautiful part is when they're jumping out, almost all of them, to some degree or another, are looking for avenues to invest, okay? I'm talking VC funds, the venture capital groups. They are all looking into crypto. I just talked with a buddy of mine who's somebody that I talk about on this show a lot, and he told me, because I hit him up with a number that I asked him to research for me, and that was 86% of all the banks have set themselves up either network-wise or with actual collateral to take crypto as a collateral asset. Not just Bitcoin, I'm talking many different coins. And he got back to me and said, I don't know if it's 86%, but I know that at least 86% have applied, okay, He goes, but because my question actually was, I phrased it, well, I understood, I read it somewhere, that was 86% of all the banks actually already had cryptocurrency as collateral. And he said, no, that's not accurate, but they have actually applied. So that's huge. One of the things that most of us really struggle with is the volume and the mass of all of this money, that is this debt that is floating around the world. Crypto is not ready to handle that yet, guys. I know we want it to. We want that to occur. We hope that one day it will be able to take that sort of, even Ripple and XRP, which I think is probably the strongest network out there, would fail in seconds. It just would. I mean, we have so much going on, and the numbers are so massive, and they're not real, as you and I know. This money, this currency that flows around the world is simply digits on top of digits on top of digits. And the only people paying the real money is you and I. We pay our rent, we pay our mortgage, we pay each other. Well, the fat cats, if you will, at the top know that they need us to keep playing the game. Well, you and I know that as soon as we get out of their game with crypto, their game fails. But yet you and I are the true commerce of the world. You and I create the wealth. You and I love the pizza analogy. I gave it to somebody the other day, and I hope I can give it to you so you can understand it as well as I put it the other day. You and I create pizza, okay? I'm going to use pizza because it's a circle. You and I create things. You and I, you're a plumber, you're an electrician. I farm some animals, okay? I buy the feed. The farmer grew the grain that the trucker brought it to the grain house, and the train conductor and the people who, make the whole system run. We produce pizza. We create crust and the pizza itself. I know it's a simple analogy, but it really works. What the people at the top do with our pizza is they dice it up into millions, now trillions of pieces, slivers, which is nothing more than inflation. It's still only one pizza, but they've inflated it to the point to where they can live off of it from the top down, okay? And that's what they are. They are predators. The system is predatory upon you and I. We are the commerce that keeps this whole thing running. We don't need them. We don't require them. However, everything monetarily in our systems are completely based upon the Ponzi scheme shell game in which they've created. So when one thing starts to fail, the other thing starts to fail. The next thing you know, when you go to hit the light switch, the lights don't come on, or the gas pump's empty, or whatever the situation is, because it's all tied to itself, to the system. However, if that were to occur, you and I simply need to stay working, keep the machine moving, and doing the best we can. We would get through it. Would it be difficult times? Of course. It would be very difficult times for quite some time. However, I'm not saying that's coming. I really don't believe that to be coming, but I'm hearing people at the top tell me that more than I've ever heard it before. And there's a lot more talk from really solid economists who are also telling me the same thing about crypto. They're saying, wait a minute, this is an avenue out. And I know all of you who aren't really into it, and you think, oh, this coin's better than that coin. The top 20 coins that I talk about all the time are going to make it, because there's nowhere else in the world where technology is striving and thriving. Maybe AI, but AI is completely associated with crypto. And by the way, don't fear AI if you own crypto, because if you've got crypto, you have an avenue to control them controlling you. In other words, You're not part of their banking system if you're outside of their system with your, I'll say, secondary monetary currency system that you can buy, purchase, barter with other people, to where you're going to be able to be the new network. Because the old network it is slowly decaying and dying. Because like I said in the last video, this old brick and mortar system in which we all played in simply is not going to make it any longer. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I had a couple of really neat conversations with a couple of people that are wanting me to be guests on their show. We've talked about a bunch of different stuff, but what we've really talked about, what I've really been pushing, is my unbelievable praise for you guys to stick this market out and to stay with this. This is tough times, but everything on the background, everything in the news, all of it is positive, positive, positive. It's all good. There's some bad actors here and there, okay? I know. But all of it is really good news, but it's so ground level and so fundamental in its base that I'm blown away. Other, content providers I was talking about it with 2 different guys in particular, and they were just like, wow, can you believe how strong everything is? Like, in 18, early 19, everybody just jumped ship and just left. But now there's even more and more people coming along. I just read something the other day where Bitcoin just passed 73% of all the wallets are long-term holders. That's a huge number, guys. That's a huge number. That just tells me that everybody is hanging on to assets, digital assets and crypto assets, because they know it's real. They know where it's going. Corporations are in, everybody's getting into it. And this one other provider, he was laughing because he was saying, oh, my viewership went down to da-da-da-da-da. And he goes, for some crazy reason, I thought it was because I was doing more interviews, my viewership's up. My subs aren't necessarily up, but my views are way up through the roof, okay? This is because you guys understand where we're at. You know where this whole system's going. You know this is part of your life. This isn't just a get-rich-quick scheme and where, oh, you're going to ride off into the sunset. No, you know this is fundamentally where everybody's going to have to get on board on our train to a brighter future and in a better system that allows you and I to thrive, not just corporations. You and I can now compete on a corporate basis and on a global market because you own a piece of the company. You don't just own a stock. You own a piece of Cardano. You are Cardano, okay? And it's very, very important for all of us to understand that. I know you guys get that. I'm blessed to have the subscribers that I have and the group that I have, because your comments are just unbelievable down below, and it's amazing. I try to respond to all of them that I can, and if I don't get to your questions, keep posting them, because I am writing them down and creating new shows and asking questions of people who maybe some of your questions I can answer, and some of my maybe need some other better professional help to get those back to you. All right, guys, I hope you guys got something from this video. I just wanted to pull over the side of the road. I hope the sound isn't too bad. And I was just unbelievable smell to this place right now. You can't even, I can't put words to it. It's like a vanilla caramel smell almost with a floral. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, just walking through here, it feels like it snowed or something. It's really cool. I thought I'd show this to you guys. Okay, guys, with that, I am out. serious note, not a humorous note necessarily, I actually know a guy who was a thief, a crooked scammer, crying online about being scammed out of his coins. How about that? Yeah, that karma will come and get you, my friend. Yeah, you should have heard him crying and whining. On that note, guys, please, I don't have a WhatsApp account. I won't ask you immediately to text me. If you see a post and it's posted 4 or 5 times in a row and it's identical, that's a bot, my friends. Please ignore all of them. Have a great day.